Hey, Brian. Up to you. Now, one's pretty small. Some of your neighbor or something. Give some to David and some to Bruce and Vicky. Breezy here in Missouri today. I think there's a car cruise in at the mall later tonight. Might get the Galaxy out. Need to do some wet sanding on the Merc. And it didn't go. Maybe. Yeah. I think that's it. Damn breezy out here. Hey, Hot Rod. Gonna do some ribs and maybe do some El Camino. Do some ribs and maybe do some sanding on the car once I get this going. Breezy in Missouri today. Breezy, breezy. Went and checked the battery on the Galaxy and it's flat. I got the charger on it. Gonna cruise in down at the mall tonight. Hopefully everything's good by 5 o'clock. Can take the car down to the mall. Trying to rain. Yeah, it rained Thursday. Got the grass mowed last night. Not much else done last night. That took me most of the evening. My shop is 30 by 50. 30-foot wide, 50-foot deep. Garage door opens, washing the light out. Yeah, I wouldn't want any larger. It's hard to heat and cool. It's poorly insulated. That doesn't help. Got my live sign out. Started out cloudy today, but I think it's going to be pretty nice as far as temperature. Damn, wind is gusty though. A couple of slabs of ribs. Going to do the 3-2-1 method. Nah, it's not attached, Brian. Not attached. I have to walk out in the rain and back in the rain if it's raining or snow or whatever. But I don't get the fumes in the house. Debbie's getting the meat ready. I bought 2 slabs of ribs. She says, "You want to do both of them?" I said, she said, "We'll have to eat it all week." I said, "Well, we get neighbors. We can share with the neighbors or something." I just hate not to fill the smoker up if I'm going to do it. I get this going, I'll turn around. I got to wet sand the primer I put on about 3 days ago. Got the battery charger on the Galaxy. We'll get it out after a while. Hi, Breezy. Batteries. I charged it up a few weeks ago and it seemed to hold out. I started it a couple days and I went down there and again it's flat. Get a radio memory or something draws it down. This charged up will bring it around. There's a little cruise in at the mall. I think it's about 5 o'clock. Might go down there. I'll try to take some video and pictures down there and make a video. I won't be able to stream from down there, but I'll take some pictures and share all that. Mom and sister are going to Colorado today, headed out there. They're just stopping over there and then on their way to Las Vegas. But they're, of course, going through Denver there. I think they're supposed to stay around Denver. Man, that was some horrible accident out there on the highway. That I never did get all the details on that. That was terrible. I take my oldest dog to the vet this morning. She's about 15. And the vet said she's got a little bit of a leaky heart valve. She's become more inactive. Yeah, it's a long haul. It's probably 10 or 12 hours from right here where we're at. Yeah, I was on the news this week. I thought it had happened that following morning, but actually, I guess it happened in evening traffic on the way home when people were traveling home. But they said they arrested the truck driver, but they said he wasn't under the influence or wasn't intentional in any way. So I don't know if he was texting and not paying attention or what, but I guess traffic was stopped ahead and he plowed into him. And then, of course, there was a massive fire, several vehicles involved, 4 dead and maybe 6 injured, taken to the hospital or something. Oh, hot brakes. Yeah, yeah. Bad news, man. That I always get vertigo when I go through the mountains. It feels like I'm driving downhill and I'm being going uphill. I'm like, what's wrong with the car? And I'm having to give more gas. And then I go downhill. I'm like, it feels like I'm going uphill because the mountains mess with my perception. This charcoal lit will turn around and block sand on the gray primer. Went to the grocery store. Man, what a madhouse that was. Yeah, I heard it destroyed the pavement. It looked like there was a pile of lumber spilled off of a truck. Um, it's been several years back. They think a driver had medical issues. He was hauling fuel here in town. I was at work and I was headed over to my mom's, check on her, and I saw this giant black mushroom cloud pile up. And I got over there and I was talking to the neighbors and mom and telling them, I just seen the smoke. And you could see it from her house. Apparently, this fuel truck went into a corner and had medical issues, and he hit the pilings under the viaduct, and it tore the tanker open and just burst into flames. And they had to replace that viaduct. Just it baked it. Pavement was cracking, and of course they had an emergency clause. They could use emergency money for it, and they had it back up because it was a major traffic way in our little town here, and they had it back up in a short period of time. I don't remember exactly how it was, but they came in and I think the pilings were all right. They tore the decking off and then put some prefab concrete girders across that, and then put a deck on it. But it was a pretty quick turnaround. But it was kind of a pain getting around town there for a while because it was only a few connectors cross over the highway there. I need to wash my old Timken Cool Cup. It's pretty grungy.
Sitting on the counter.
Yeah.
Put the sticks in to hold it because it's
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm gonna run and get a truckload of mulch.
Yeah. You're live. This is Debbie. She just prepared the meat.
What are you doing?
We're talking about that accident in Colorado. Brian's out in Colorado. One of those a few years ago. Tanker truck lost steering, tires on I-25, caught fire. Tires were exploding off the vehicle. Right front window. Let it burn out. DOT. Colorado, I believe, is where Colorado's where Brian at. I'm thinking he's saying that was out there. The same corner a few years back. Yep, be careful. Same corner where that truck burned a few years back. Prior to that, it's a kind of a messed up corner. And they turned a truck full of hogs over there, and of course it got tore open, and there were freaking hogs running up and down the highway. Yeah, she's going to get a load of mulch. We planted. She's always planting something, but we planted fruit trees, and now she's putting a border along the side of the lot back there, and we'll put some mulch down along there. Yeah, there was pigs running up and down the highway. It was a pretty big mess. Of course, some of them were injured in the accident, so they had to put some of them down right there. Then the cops were out there playing cowboy and trying to round them all up and get them back onto another truck. That shut down the highway for most of the day. Just about ready. Amazing. I didn't have to work this weekend. And I actually don't have to work next weekend. Yeah, it's pretty quiet. The little place I live is just outside of Jeff City, and it's only like 6 blocks. It's an old little town that's no longer incorporated. Probably died when the railroad stopped stopping here. You may hear a train go by. But just 6 blocks up here. There's a gravel road runs over the hill. There used to be a body shop up there that's no longer there. There's a storage facility up the gravel road, but most of the traffic that goes up there is 4 or 5 houses, and one family has lots of kids and grandkids, so they have a lot of traffic up that way. But street here right out front, it's not much traffic. I figure some of the guys will be by later. I had some friends south of here. They drive about 90 miles. They come up and visit most of the time when there's a cruise in, and there's supposed to be a cruise in up at the mall. I do the 3-2-1 method on the ribs. Be 3 hours in the smoke, then 2 hours in the foil, then an hour back on the grill to marbleize everything. The road right out front is paved, Brian, but there's a road that runs right up parallel to the cemetery over there. This road out here is paved. There's a road that runs up. I don't know if you can see the fence line up there. Runs on back. There's some houses back up there. A storage facility. But the road right here it's paved. Wish my driveway was paved, but it's not. Let that heat up a few minutes, and then we'll throw some meat on. Yeah, the back of the place, small blocks, 200 square feet, or 200 by 200 is the city blocks out here. And I think there's 6 blocks. And the back of the block or our lots back here is backed up by the highway. I don't know if I can get reception out here. Might be able to see traffic down on the highway. There with a truck. My dogs. Video was a little delayed. There comes one out from the cemetery up there, or the road next to the cemetery. Wash my hands here and go get the meat. Usually when I wrap those ribs in the foil, I put a little Pepsi and a little barbecue sauce in there. She'll have a little salt and pepper on them prior to that. And other than that, it's barbecue sauce to taste when they're done. Whatever you prefer there. I'm going to step over to the house and grab the meat. Ribs. Damn. All right. That's on its way. There's something faller there. That rod leaning up back there. Pin down. I just apply a little chips several times throughout the ordeal. Thanks for stopping by, Breezy. This thing spun around here. It's situated. Oh, she sent me a message a minute ago. Yeah, we're doing both of them. Get another video stand set up. bring you guys back here. I was reading my chat off the big screen in there. I'm going to set this up where I can access the chat back here. Move that over. Pop open another instance here. Yeah, somehow. There we go. Somehow. And back here. Hang out. And go here. Probably should have had this set up prior. And scroll into the chat. Turn the volume off here. Actually, I think I can pause this one. And blow the chat up a little bit here. Whoa. That didn't work. Aggravate. Nah, I can't get it back down. Way too far. Pinch to zoom worked, but the pinch to unzoom does not work. Ah. Just do this. You gotta be creeping me. Kidding me. Everything is ginormous. Where's the zoomer thing? There we go. Forevermore. Now we're getting somewhere. Apparently. Do not pinch to zoom. Scroll down. Now we can block scene. You guys want to hang out? Got to check the clock. Yeah, meet went on about quarter to 1. A little work back here. Pinholes I had to sand it or fill in, re-prime. Then I'll have to block the whole hood out again. And we're getting really close. First car went down the road just now. Not a lot of traffic. Damn. Getting there, but it ain't going yet. Of course, I just barely knocked it down. Some of it's coming out. A lot more blocking. The gray slurry. Get this knocked down a little bit. We might go see if the Galaxy will start. Been on the charger almost 2 hours now. Finally get some nice weather. Crappy. I'm gonna go directly into summer. Hi, Jimmy C. Just put some ribs on a few minutes ago, and we'll block out this primer. A couple places on this car. Thanks for stopping by. I need to change my paper out. Getting there. We don't want it wavy gravy. Some fresh paper on the block. What do you guys got going on today? What's your weather like wherever you're at? I was talking to somebody earlier on a different stream, and they were having rain and supposed to have rain all day. I think they were east of me. Cold and wet in New Hampshire. Roger that. I have a feeling we're going to have one of those wet years. Not far from the Missouri River. Then we haven't had a major flood here since. Had a small amount of flooding with Hurricane Ike on the Missouri, but it was just localized. But the mountains were full of snow, and the river's already full of snow. And it's a good possibility we could have a major flood. Haven't had one since 96, then 93 and 96. Prior to that, I remember in the 70s there were floods. And then in the 50s, my dad said he took a rowboat down a couple of the streets in town here. It was in the Jefferson City. So it's about every 20 years, the 50s, the 70s, I remember the floods, the 90s, we're due. Yeah, I hope it's not like Nebraska got. That was horrible. That was horrible. We've had similar circumstances here, but locally where we're at, the river bottom is low ground, and then there's some low ground in the different towns around. But you know, most of the places here, you could open a gate and get your cattle on the high ground. Unlike Nebraska being so flat, you'd have to drive cattle for miles. But you know, we have a lot of hills, and there's usually a place to get your machinery up and your cattle up out of the bottoms. But that was a bad deal in Nebraska. Saw Deborah walk back by, so she's back with her load of mulch. I'd go help, but I wouldn't do that to satisfaction. Now maybe I would, but that's her gig. She likes to garden. Fresh 400 cuts a lot better. Uh-oh. I broke through a little bit right there. This one here, I think I can take out. I might have to work on that area around that where I just broke through. Starting to break through back here. Yeah, I think they will, Brian. It's if they're not trapped in, a low area. Most of them will seek higher ground. I've seen pictures from previous floods where there'd be a little high spot and water all around it, and poor old cow standing out there right on the high spot. They don't swim very well. Sweet. This one's coming out. It will require another prime, though. Blasting through, exposing some bondo. Holy crikey. That's with the Bondo, and it is stickier. You get down there, it wants to drag. The paper wants to drag really bad. I can start smelling the ribs. And they smell good already. There's a train. About as far as I can go up there. And it didn't quite cut it, so I will probably have to, well, I know I have to reprime that, but maybe a couple of times. Black will show everything. Yep, she's a little wavy gravy. There's a little ding back here on the edge. That one probably won't come out either. Can't see them until you get it smooth. Clean coat on everything. And this crown might be a little flat in spaces where I blocked it all off to get it straight. To do some creative corner sanding there. Get the hood blocked out, we'll go see if the Galaxy will start. Neighbor going up the road. Wind's still blowing. Gusting pretty good. And the shop is warming up. Must be a south wind. It'll be 70 degrees in here now. If anybody wants to jump in, I can share a link. I forgot to do that. Somehow. Maybe. Hey, Twisted. Thanks. That says the YouTube page and video embedded. Well, maybe I don't know how to do that. I got this thing checked out. Right on, Jimmy. I appreciate you stopping by. And I don't exactly know how to share the link anyway, so maybe next time. I'll have to study that a little bit. It said YouTube link and then embedded video. I don't think that's what I want to share. That's just the YouTube page, I believe. Thanks again for stopping by, Jimmy. I do not know how to do that. Yeah, I've started with Hangouts, Brian. Maybe I should have copied the link early on. I don't know. Where I've got to maybe over at the other page. That's the video page. Hover over the center of your video. There should be some options. Yeah, I'm on a Chromebook too. I don't know. Oh, what's this right here? Recent apps. Control room. Safest way is to copy the YouTube message like place in the chat to get connected to folks, then send them a link in YouTube. Okay, so I don't put. I've seen some of them put it the link in the actual messages, but try pulling that up here. Oh, my channel. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in on my laptop and try to do it from there. Link to my message. Anyway, I can't figure it out now. I have to work on that. Yeah, I don't know how to get it done. I really don't know. Thanks for stopping by. Beauregard, Rippy. Beauregard, Rippy. Did just find something here. What this is? I don't think that's what I want either. Anyway, I'll research that. Next time you guys, if I can figure it out, you can jump in with me. If I can figure it out. I'm usually pretty techy, but just learned how to copy and paste with the Chromebook last night. A little different process. You can actually feel it. The primer that gets run over with the sandpaper gets slicker, and when you find a spot that you haven't hit yet, you can feel the drag. Start to stretch my paper out on these round corners. She's getting there. She got a shape. Curvy. Okay. Okay. I'll try that. If I can do that here or not. Let me wash. You can't get that to work. Let the finger dry off. Here. Message thingy. I think I did it. Seen by Jimmy. And I hit the wrong crap. That won't go away. There it is. Well, I completely messed this up. I think. Yeah, I thought that's what I grabbed off the Hangout page. I don't know how to select all on the freaking Chromebook. Whoa. Oh man, apparently I muted my microphone. Yeah, I don't know what I got going on there. I'll have to practice that. I need to figure out how to select all on the Chromebook. I think that's a lot of my trouble. I'm not getting the full URL. And then I don't know how to add other people into a conversation on the YouTube messages. If you know that, you can share that with me. Anyway, I have to work on that. Staring into that ain't getting me nowhere. I've lost my phone. Yeah, I suspect I wasn't getting the full URL. I really don't know. We'll work on that another time. I don't know if they can do that. Yeah. Of course. I don't know if I can. Do anything from my phone. Yeah. Something amiss. Something I'm missing. I don't think something's amiss. I just think it's something I'm missing. Not getting the full URL. Anywho. Back on the sanding job. Back on the sanding job. I've washed the sand and block and paper. The meat's smelling good. Didn't do enough research on that. I think it's pretty cool though to have other people in the room, especially if I'm over here working. I'm not getting a lot of conversing going on. Dogs are barking. Somebody might be here. Nope. Nope. Uh-oh, the mailman. Yeah, I did get some mail. I am fairly certain that I just received the headliner. And I'm not going to pull it out of the box, but I'd like to see the color. It's supposed to be a white. So we're going to dig in. Just a fuzz. Just enough to see color. I'll stick my knife blade through the. Go shallow. You always want to go deep unless you're cutting into a box with something in it. Then you want to go shallow. I don't know where to come up with that crazy shit. See you, Jimmy. I appreciate you stopping by. We'll get that figured out. Holy crap. I don't know why they put tape on it. Some of that gummy glue on there. It's not coming open right away. Holy crikey. Tape is out of the way, so let's get the pocket knife put away before I stick it in my hand or in the headliner. Yeah, it's a Snow White. White. Headliner. Awesome. We'll put this back away. Put it away. Awesome. More pieces and parts. All right. Had to have a headliner to put the front window in and the back window in, because it rolls up and then that rubber, the windshield rubber and back window rubber actually hold that edge. It's tucked up under there. Put a little glue up there and put the headliner in, and then I put the front back window in. Well, nature calls. To the bathroom. Yeah, my dirty Timken cooler. I got some other coolies. Got some other coolies. I think I want to do a giveaway sometime at the Mercury. I had a girl make these. The Mercury Nah, I'm not ready yet, Beauregard. And I do too much farting around. Then I got some Lincoln coolies. I'll probably do a giveaway on those when I reach some kind of milestone. Maybe when the car is painted. Maybe when I get 3 subscribers. Mercury God, the god, I forget all the history on him. The winged helmet, you know, the whole 9 yards. I don't think it's Zeus. I think it's the god Mercury. The car's Mercury, and his head's all over it, so the wheel covers and whatnot. Badges and emblems. Oh, the ribs. No, the ribs aren't ready yet. But it is about time to check them out. What time is it? We're at the 1 hour mark. Let's go check the ribs. Carlisle, huh? Nice. Oh, yeah. You could smell it. It smells wonderful. Using hickory. Another train. I'll scratch the other side of this hood off. Yeah, I bought some bumpers for the Merc here at a swap meet and saved the shipping. They were company coming around, and I requested a set. They brought them along when they came, and I picked them up at the swap meet, no shipping. I don't think they charged me any tax. We had sales tax here in Missouri, but I didn't pay any sales tax. I think it was Bumper Boys. They're not the best of quality. They're not super show, but they were pretty nice. They are pretty nice. They're laying in the office there. And hopefully I've had them for a few years already, and hopefully they'll hold up. Filthy right now. They got dust all over them, but they actually look pretty decent. Columbus? Yeah, I went to the Good Guys in Columbus. It's been several years back. Man, what a huge show. We were limited on time. We were actually camping up north. And that freaking state fairgrounds you guys got is huge. We didn't have much time to spend there, but we went down and ran through the thing as fast as we could. Looking at what our interests were. Man, I love this Chromebook. It's not been plugged in since I started this mess. And I'm at 78% battery life. Freaking awesome. Yeah, there's only one thing I don't like. Along the top and bottom edge of the bumper, it's really rough. They should address that one more time. But the only time I'll have a problem with that is when I'm wiping the car down and the rag will be getting snagged on it or something. I'm aware of it and have to keep my fingers from behind there. But it's not necessarily that they didn't finish out the metal before they chromed it. I think it was, when you plate something, in certain areas it kind of beads up. I don't know if you ever messed with plating or not, but and it's kind of like a rough edge from the plating. Now I don't know if they could have, and it could be from finish work, but it's a little rough on the back on the edge of it. I'm sure my chamois and my towels will be getting snagged on it, as long as they don't snag the fingers, or not like it's a razor blade, but it's just snaggy. It's just snaggy. Yeah, I've never been to Carlisle. I need to try to hit that sometime. Next weekend, I'm going out to Oklahoma to the Stray Cat 500 show out in Dewey, Oklahoma. Yeah, I've had them hung on there in the mock-up stage, and I'm aware of that. I can't tighten the bolts. Thought about putting some soft rubber gaskets between the bumper bracket, and then just using double nut, drawing it down where it's just not rattling, and then double nut it. I didn't buy the original Mercury bolts either. The original Mercury bolts are square, not the carriage part, but the actual head is square. So I actually bought some stainless steel carriage bolts and shaped them to fit the contour, because the bolts go in right in the concave part, and then the head sets in here. So I actually shaped those out of stainless, then buffed the head out shiny, and then made my own bolts. They wanted like $125 for bolts, or $25 a piece, something stupid. Yeah, I'm not going to use lock washers. What's up? I'm over here. Yeah, I figured I'd just snug it up, pull it into that rubber where it's not going to squeak. And yeah, they're crazy high. I'm not sure what years they fit, but just a few years. And the actual head is square. It's got the square carriage on it, of course, but then the actual head is square. They're crazy high. So I just and then there's different sizes too. I think the end ones are like 7/16, and then the bigger ones in the center are 1/2 inch, because they used to have bumperettes there. Then I had to make 2 just for fillers, because I'm not running the bumperettes, and the bumpers had the holes in them. So I thought I could use those top 2 that aren't used for mounting some knickknacks on. I got a mobile. I got the mobile Pegasus license plate topper. I thought I might. This one's got the tail broke off. Thought I'd use those 2 extra holes up there to bolt something like that on. This is neat. I might probably repaint them. You can get shell and different ones. Yeah, the EPA put them out of business. There was a plate shop up in Independence, Missouri, a couple hours by Kansas City, basically. And my buddy, we took his bumpers up there and a few knickknacks one day, and met the guy. He was pretty cool. But since the EPA's put them out, that was several years back. And there are a few places around that do smaller things. Yeah, the Pegasus is pretty popular. I got this one super cheap. I don't remember what, like $7, $15. Tail is broken off. Some of the shell, you can get those. Man, they'll fetch a pretty good price for them. Some of those. This one doesn't have very good paint on. It's filthy right now, but it does have A little bit of the original patina on it. Pull a little color. Well, it's poor lighting. Everything's washed out in here with the garage door open. So I thought about using those 2 extra holes in the top of the bumper to maybe mount a couple of knickknacks on or something. I've got some old stoplights with the glass lenses in them. They were add-on stoplights. They have a stud mount, a little round lens on them. I don't know about the 4-inch or whatever. I thought about adding those on the back because the taillights in these Mercuries are pretty small, and I'd rather be seen than hit. But the front, I thought I might put one of these on a Pegasus on one side and something, a AAA. You get one of the old antique AAA badges or something on the other side. I may just leave them filled with the carriage bolt. Most people wouldn't know the difference, that there's not anything bolted to it. It's basically for the bumperette with the overguard on it. Try something here. Man, it's windy. Let's get this hood sanded off. See if the other car will come out of the garage. A little area parking it next to the street nowadays, though. Last September, a guy came along and hit it 15 minutes after I put it outside. Stolen truck. I don't know if you guys can hear it when I hit the unsanded stuff, but it's sandpaper gets noisy. Should have been working on this through the week. That'd be a lot further along. Getting there. Getting there. Yeah, the car club plaques and some of the old antique license plate toppers. Like I know there's a local lake around here, and a buddy of mine's got one on his 34 from the lake down there. And they said that, well, the car was an old high rod from the 50s. It had that placard on it, so we're pretty certain that it's from the 50s, 40s or 50s. The car's pretty authentic. He bought it from the guy that built it, and it's just the way he put it away. He went to buy it, and the guy was not sure, he was serious or not. I don't know, it was $20-some thousand several years back when he bought it. And the guy kind of just thought he was a tire kicker. And he said his eyes lit up when he walked in with that Walmart sack with $27,000 in it. He knew he was serious. Grocery sack or something, Get this sanded off. We'll go down the lower shed and see if the Galaxy is starting and bring her around. We'll wash her and go to the cruise in after a while. Yeah, that gas pump stuff's pretty addicting. I got 3 gas pumps in here. You got a Martin and Schwartz Model 80 with the tall base. You got a Bowser pump, which is my nicest pump. It was really nice when I got it. Then I got an industrial A.O. Smith. I took the guts out of it and made a swinging door on it. Put some glass shelves in it. Got a bunch of knickknacks in there. Now I think I got 3 candy machines and 2 soda chests. I had an upright soda dispenser. It was later, probably early 70s. And I just sold it a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I like the Petromobilia stuff. That stuff's, it's got quite the following. wipe her down and see what we got. Yeah, they built hot water tanks, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. I think A.O. Smith still builds hot water tanks. Can't be for sure of that, but I don't know what else they built. Getting there. All right. Now the camera's not bringing the detail out, but it's getting slick. You gotta hand sand that ridge. I'm just putting flat spots on it with the block. Oh, crikey, the wind is still blowing. It's supposed to blow all day. Asheville, North Carolina. Really? Truck frames and stuff, huh? Learn something every day. I remember one of the hot water tanks I took out of the basement years. It was probably built in the 70s because I put it in and I took it out in the 90s, I think it was. And they used to last about 20 years. It was an A.O. Smith, so I would assume it was probably from the 70s. I don't know if they're still making them today or not. 20 mile an hour, 22 mile an hour winds up and through early evening and then dropping off. Crappy. Says we're up to 78 though. It's warm. I'm gonna give up on this for a bit. See if the Galaxy will start. I can't get my streamer down there to it, I'm sure, with the connection. So we'll go back to watching the meet for a minute. tip. Add some hickory. I don't soak my wood chips. I just add 2 or 3 handfuls throughout the smoking process. And it seems to have pretty good smoke flavor. It's not overwhelming. I want to taste the meat. Don't think I can get down there. There's another guy earlier. He was getting 2 screens on his Hangout somehow. I don't know if I could do that.
Just walked by her for the first time coming this direction. She didn't move.
Yeah,
She's getting used to it.
probably.
Makes me feel bad, you know?
Yeah.
I'm hot.
It's 78 degrees. I just checked it a minute ago. We got a cardinal nesting in the tree along the shed over here. She's been flying away, but Deborah's been up and down there most of the day. She said she's getting used to her walking by. I don't know how he was doing that earlier. The guy was jumping in with his phone into the Hangouts. I don't like that. Take you down to the lower shed. All right, I'll be right back. See if this car will start. Battery's dead. I mean, not charged enough to start. Battery's dead. Probably gonna need a battery. Hi, Kathy. Focus to me, working on the car. Somebody's doing, Kyle's doing some construction work. We were sanding on the hood, but we thought the Galaxy might start, but no such luck. So back to the sanding. I'm doing well, thank you. We're doing some ribs, and I've been sanding and shooting the breeze. I had to take my dog to the vet this morning. She's 15 and she's not very active. Probably at the end of her life, the latter years of her life. ATV wheel bearings and seals. Right on. Checking out the. Yeah, she's doing all right. She's not down yet, but I can see the end. He said she could go on a couple more years, as long as she's not in pain or nothing. She tends to lay around on the couch quite a bit now. Food's important. I keep smelling those ribs, and I'm getting pretty damn hungry myself. I'm gonna have to eat something before the ribs are done. Miniature pincher. Yeah, the problem is, Kathy, they've been on there about 2 hours. They need another hour in the smoke, then 2 hours in foil. Take them back out, put them back on the smoker. Anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. It's the 3-2-1 method, and they're usually can cut them with a fork. Fried bologna. I ain't had fried bologna in a while. That's good stuff, though. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sneak in there. I got some ham that my sister sent home from Easter dinner. I'm gonna have to sneak in there and get me a sandwich. And I see a fly in here. Anytime you get water around, there's a fly. There was a wet sand in earlier. I don't like flies. Bassa. Absolutely. Shrimp and clam strips. Man, we can't start talking food. I'm going to have to go get a sandwich. I tried to open up, get Hangouts working, but I'm too illiterate to get that done on this Chromebook. The birds are talking today. Got a cardinal in the tree next to the shed out here. She's got 2 eggs she's sitting on. And she was flying away every time we walk by, but she's getting to the point where she will hang out when you walk by now. Messing around here with that link deal. See if I could get anything going. No. Chicken parm. Bats eat crap ton of bugs, man. Huh. Yeah, I haven't found any mushroom. Well, I did. I ran over two of them with the lawnmower, but they were selling um, mushrooms on the interweb for $40 a pound, $45 a pound. I ain't paying that. I usually just find ticks. Yeah, they're horrible. They'll leave us. They bite me, and they get a good bite. They'll leave an itchy whelp for weeks. Yeah, I've heard a few people's ran into mess of ticks out hunting mushrooms up here. Little boogers. Yeah, same thing here in Missouri. The freaking wind is crazy. Flagpoles rattling. Yeah, I don't care for spiders at all. When I was a kid, my uncle came by. He was our meter reader in the house. In town. He come by and to read the power meter. They used to go around and manually read all that stuff a couple times a year. And he came by and he had slipped on some boots to mow grass, and one of those brown recluses was in there. And look, he had a hole in his leg, like on the calf of his leg. It looked like it was. Of course, I was a kid. It looked bigger then, but it looked like you could set a golf ball in it. It was horrible. Yeah, I've treated the yard here. I don't have to worry so much in the yard. Put those granules out, and they kill the ticks and the fleas in the yard. And then we put the spot on the back of the dogs. Granules work pretty good. If you keep them out of the yard, you got to throw them down and then let it set overnight or through a rain or something, and then it gets in the soil and keeps the ticks and fleas down. And this wind is blowing pollen up. I took an allergy pill when I went to the store earlier, but I could feel my nose is clogging up again. If I take another one, I'll be passed out. Things make me tired. I put the DEET products on, Deep Woods Off or the Cutters spray. Try not to put it on my face. I like to put it on my hat. That sometimes helps keep them off your face. Then I take my shirt and spray it, put my shirt back on. But if they start biting my arms, I will spray it directly on my arms. Yeah, if you don't kill the grubs, the damn moles will be invading you. Oh, the dog oil, no. Never put that on me. The wind is crazy out there. I like the way the off feels when you spray it on your skin. They used to have a truck that went around town in the 70s when I was a kid. And they would spray this fog out the back of it. We call it the fog machine. They had some kind of mosquito spray in it. They said it was supposed to be safe. We would ride our bikes behind that truck, and we didn't think much of it. Our parents didn't think much of it. It's probably what's wrong with me. I remember my buddy. It smelled good. My buddy was riding along, and the fog was so thick he ran into the back of the neighbor's. Had a Dodge Charger. Ran right into the back of the Dodge Charger across the street. Riding his bike through that fog. Bug spray, chemical poison. Can't believe the Galaxy didn't start. The battery charger's been on it for a couple hours. And it usually just takes a little boost and it goes, but it started last week or 3 weeks ago. Been a few weeks, I guess. But it was pretty flat. I don't know if something's on or just the battery memory's dragging it down. The car show is going to start in a couple hours. I don't think DDT is still legal. Pretty sure they outlawed that stuff. Damn it. Oh. Too much power. Holy crikey. One snuck up on me. Thank you. Time is it? It's 12:45. 45, 2:40. A couple hours now. We'll take a spy at them. It smells delicious. It smells delicious. Yeah, if the battery will come around. Said it was flat a few weeks ago, and I went down and put the charger on it. It started. I checked it a couple of days later. It was still starting. I went down there today. The battery's flat again. That may have been it. Might have been its last comeback. Add a little more smoke. Try a little something here on the laptop. Oh. Good try. That may be the issue. do not know. I can do this maybe. I don't know if this will work. I won't have any audio, but I'm gonna go to the shed and see if I can start the car. Yeah, I think the battery shot, and I can see we disconnected from the. We disconnected from the. Yeah, I tried to carry the IP streamer down there, but we lost connection somewhere. But battery must be shot on the Galaxy. Either that or she got a dirty connection. When I hit it, it seemed pretty hot, and then the lights went extremely dim, and I hit it a couple more times, and they come bright. So it's either got a dirty connection, or I'd say more than likely, being the battery's gone completely flat a couple of times, that it's junk. I have to purchase another battery. Freaking pollen is crazy out here. add a little more charcoal. The heat up. Try not to spill the water pan, put the fire out. Yeah, batteries, tires, and gas. It's always something. I put tires on it 3 years ago. Got her out one day, and it was 2016. Had to put a set of tires on it. All right, Kathy, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. I'll take some video tonight at the car show if I even go and spectate, and I'll have to upload those. I won't be able to stream live, but maybe I'll have some car show footage on here tomorrow, later tonight. Sure hoping to take the car out. Gonna have to take another damn allergy pill. Probably should take it with water and not soda. I think they work better. Holy Frankie. You guys would rather watch the wind blow or see the inside of the garage? I'm pretty boring, actually. Of course, I thought I'd have somebody come by today. My friends from down south may be here later. Donnie usually stops by. Dale stopped by. I was hoping to have the car out today. I don't have a boost pack. Certainly not going to work on it down there in that garage. It's dank. Spiders and shit. Could I have an allergy pill? I have some different ones in the office. imitation Benadryl. Yeah, Brian, I could drag it out. I got another battery here I could take down there. I'll have to get it out eventually. I don't have, I probably have to use my car. Only thing I got for a tractor is my zero turn lawnmower. I don't think that'd do it. I do have a battery. This girl here will jump it. I have to go to Wally World or somewhere and get a battery. This one will not fit in said location. All right, Brian, thanks for stopping by. Probably going to give this up soon anyway. Sheriff was just out here. I don't know if anybody's still in here or not. That's pretty wild. Same guy that worked the accident. He was checking on to see if I got my car fixed from last September. He worked the hit and run out here. And we just had a nice little chat out there in the road about the whole deal. I'll leave the stream up. I don't know if anybody's in here or not, but check the participant tab. It appears I am the only one here. Crazy windy. Crazy windy. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can jump start that sucker. Ah. Probably 25-mile, 30-mile-an-hour gust. Be right back. Hopefully. Dogs escaped. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Hi, Jay. Holy crap. I just went and got the car out of the shed, and you have to open the inside gate and the outside door. Then the door blew open and two of my dogs got out. I've been chasing dogs around the neighborhood. My battery was dead in the Galaxy. Got that, chick. Did that last time I started it, and it worked out. It didn't come out yet. Set all winter long. Holy crikey. Too much excitement for an old man. I put the battery charger. I don't know if it's going to come out of it or not. It really needs battery. And I just left the other battery down in the shed. Son of a bitch. Yeah, I don't know if I call it fun or not. Dogs got out. Trying to do some meat. Did a little sanding. Now this sucker battery may be shot on it. Much work for an old man. I don't like the ticking noise it's got though. Get some heat in the old engine. That'll help. Been sitting there since September, I believe, when I did the body work, finished the side of it. And she's filthy. She is filthy. Let me go grab my other battery out of the shed. I'll be right back. Oh man, I found a smaller battery. Holy crikey. Ah. Oh, crikey. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's an overhead cam 4.6 liter engine. I did this last time I started it. It sat a long time. It didn't. It ran out before this. I'm sure they've got some kind of lifter in there. Starting to warm up. Warms up, it might loosen up. I bet it's something sticky. They've just got some kind of hydraulic follower in there. Come around. Got a lot better. I think something, a sticky cam follower or something up there. Almost non-existent now. Yeah, the battery been on there on the charger 3 or 4 hours and she's flat. Thing will come out of it. Set dead too long. I have to go get another. Only thing I get in there is a little Honda battery. Ain't much bigger than a damn lawnmower battery. I gotta find a cord. I'm gonna put the charger on it. I ain't gonna make it to the car show. I can see that. Jeez, where's my cords? All my cords plugged into other crap. Carapola. How did you unplug something? Oh, here's one. Work, work, work. A couple weeks ago, I was able to get this battery to save. That little trickle charger I got down there ain't much. Excite this thing a little bit. I'm pretty sure she's toast. it shows like it's charged from the meter. That's usually when they don't come back. Let it cook for a while. Holy crikey. Running around the yard, chasing dogs. Too much for an old man. See you, Jay. Thanks for stopping by. She's going to do a mail call? Right on. Just about time. What the hell? Where's my phone? It's about time to put the ribs in full. $342. 142, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 140. Yeah, they're ready. The battery shot, Brian. Battery is shot. A couple weeks ago, I went down there and it was flat, and I put the charger on it, and it hung in there. Yeah, it's a 64, Doug. It's got a 4.6 liter drivetrain, and with all that crammed in there, I got a Honda battery, little bitty, not much bigger than a large lawnmower battery. And it was flat a couple weeks ago, and I went down there and put the charger on it and come out of it. I checked it like 2 or 3 days later a couple times, and it was working. Yeah, I got half a dozen batteries here and none that's small enough to fit in that location. So I'll have to go down to Wally World or somewhere and pick up a battery. But I think Carsto starts at 4 or 5, and I got 343. Yeah, I've had a few, mostly Fords, few Chevrolets and General Motors products, but mostly Fords is what I have or have had. I was sure hoping that battery would come out of it. And I might clean the connections. It could be a bad connection, but it sure acts like the battery's flat. The meter on the charger's hanging down at 2, and it was completely flat when I went down there. And it was about 3 weeks ago that I got it to work, but once they go flat a few times, it takes the snot out of them. Anyway, I'm going to drag this thing over there. I got to wrap. Got some ribs on the smoker, and they've been on there 3 hours in the smoke right about now. And they need to be wrapped in the foil. Then I'll do 2 hours in the foil. They have a cruise in down at the mall, and it starts at 4 or 5 tonight. Yeah. I may go down there in a bit and spectate, but by the time I get downtown and get a battery, get this girl cleaned up, I can't see me being there. There might be a show tomorrow somewhere. I got a calendar over. I'd have to check to see what's going on. Yeah, it was most everything I knew about was today. There might be something on the calendar tomorrow. But damn, I was sure hoping to get down there tonight. It's our local mall down here. They have just a cruise in. It's no competition. Come and go as you please. Just come and park, sit around, shoot the breeze, and leave when you want. That kind of stuff. I could probably make it down there if I wait a little bit. Need to work on my ribs over here and get them wrapped up, and then I could run and get a battery real quick. I might make it late because they stay down there till 8 or 9 o'clock. I'd definitely go spectate, take some video, and maybe put a video up tomorrow, late tonight. Some of the stuff that's down there, take some pictures and make a slideshow or something. Down to get the damn thing out of the shed. I took that heavy battery down there. I think you were in here earlier, Brian. And somebody just hit me. Took that heavy battery down there and jump started the thing. And then when I opened the doors up to the shed, the walk-through door blew back open. And one is inside the fence and one is outside the fence. And 2 of my dogs ran out. So I'm chasing dogs up and down the street, trying to get the dead battery car out of the shed. And the door, big shed door, was trying to blow into the side of the car. So I had to take a chunk of iron and throw in front of it and keep it from banging into the side of the car. It's breezy here, 25-mile-an-hour winds, maybe more. Let's get you guys over here closer to the meat. Closer to the meat. I can't believe the battery on this thing. Where are we at? 46% left. It's crazy. You guys are going to need a table. I can set you on the floor. Get over here and we'll wrap some meat up. Of course, this is the table I usually use to do that. Just set you guys down there. I'll be right back. Get the foil and foil and utensils and wrap the meat up. Holy crap, total. Yeah, those Jeeps catch some wind, huh? Nice. quite the trick. Full wrapping the windstorm. All my ingredients over here. I'll bring this rascal in. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Let's get you guys in on this. Yeah. Let's wrap them up. Let's wrap them up. This is not my normal routine here. I'm a little bit discombobulated today. Usually do this right out in the driveway there. Never had to put some skewers in these things. I'm trying to fall through the wrap. Not exactly sure what she's got going on. Mm-mm-mm. These some sweet baby rays. Just a splash. I don't get carried away. Leave that for the guy who gets to eat it. A little splash of Pepsi in there. The 3-2-1 method. Put that aside. On to the next one. That one there. Pop another skewer out of here. Stuck a little there, stuck a little here. Easy. Making progress. Let's set these finished products up there. That back up there. A little bit of this. A little bit of this. On to the next one. There we go. I think I went 4 hours. I lost track of time. Easy. Easy breezy. Oh yeah. My back hurts already. This is the part that makes them tender, really. It's just like parboiling them. Do that. A little bit of Pepsi. Ah.
What's that?
Not that.
Big share for.
He was asking me about the car when it got hit. We got it all fixed and that. Told him, yeah, and battery was dead. I was trying to get it out. He was the one that worked the accident. Was it hit and run? What do you call it? Nice.
So will you tell me that's ready?
Don't. There's
No.
got to be some time in this foil. Tenderize.
No.
Yeah, the samples on the rib rack. How is it?
Yep. All I did was put pepper and garlic on it.
Mhm.
Wow. You still alive?
Yeah, the wind is horrible.
Oh, I'm hungry.
I know it's gonna be a little bit. I lost track of time. Actually, take this back in the house. Let's see. No, that's 3 hours. 3 hours, yeah, that was right. Couple more hours in the foil, then one back on the grill. I don't know what I was thinking. Holy crap! Holy crappy. Some of this stuff rearranged again. Ah. What a day. It ain't even over yet. dries though. I gotta add some water to that bowl. Even though they're wrapped in foil, they'll take on a little bit of that burning bowl if it burns out. This is the biggest part of the tenderizing process, is putting them in that foil. Tire's low as well. Everything's low. All right. Couple more hours, we'll eat. I won't get down to that show to spectate till later anyway. Some of them are probably already there, but I'll get down there after a while and take some pictures. Might have to take a shower in between, I don't know. May have to turn the damn air conditioner on at this place. It's damn sure warm. And this thing is damn sure dirty. You still got the heat on, yeah, man. We had the heat on in the house last night. We mowed grass and all, and it was kind of hot and humid out there. And then, man, when it cooled off last night, it cooled off quick, and we had the patio doors open and shit like that, and we ended up turning the damn heat back on. So that's Missouri. You'll go directly from air conditioning to heat. I had electric heaters running out here in my office over there. I had the heat on, and in the bathroom over there, when I used it, I plugged that heater in. Yeah, that wind doesn't help when it's 43 degrees. I don't know how cold it got last night, but the house cooled off with that door open, and then I came in and I heard the furnace running. She turned the furnace on. Yeah, it's 12:45, 1:45, 2:45, 3:45. 3 hours in the smoke. I think I put chips on there about 3 times. That's about what I normally do. I don't like too much smoke on the ribs. Now I get a couple hours in the oil, or until I can't stand it no more. My stomach starts eating through my backbone. I was going to eat a sandwich earlier and never did, so now it's too late. Buddy sent me something here. Oh, I see what he's got. He got a big snake skin on his fence there. That's right up on his patio or porch of his house down in southern Alabama. Welcome back, Kathy. That's a big one. The thing had to be 5 or 6 foot long. Now you don't know where he's at. Yeah, I got the Galaxy out. The battery's shot in it. There's a little cruise in down at the mall tonight I was hoping to go to. And finally I carried a big ass battery down there and jump started it. Now I got a better battery charger up here. I'm gonna cook it a little bit, see if it'll come out of it. I think it's toast though. I have to go down and buy a battery. Got 5 batteries in here, and none of them are the right size. It's a little Honda battery or something. I got out something fit right in there because there's not very much room in that engine compartment anymore. And I'll have to go down and pick up another one. I don't know if there's anything going on. I'll grab the calendar. Let's see. Today is the 27th April. There's a couple of car shows. One's on the other side of the state today. One's about 60 miles east of me today. And tomorrow, there is a car show in Imperial, Missouri and Arnold, Missouri. Arnold is the St. Louis area, I believe, south of St. Louis, but I don't know where exactly Imperial is. And that's about, Arnold's about 2.5 hours from here. I probably won't make that one. But if I get a battery in it, I'll take her, drive it tomorrow anyway. No mention of the cruise in tonight, but I'm sure I saw somewhere that it started tonight, and they don't have all the listings on here. Local car club puts out a nice little newsletter with all the car shows that particular group usually goes to. Uh-oh. Got one coming in here. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, I charged it. Got it up here on the charger, but I don't think it's gonna come out of it. I had to take the big battery out of the Merc and tighten it under and jump start it. Yeah. The ribs on the drill now, they're gonna be done in a little bit. If I go down, it's gonna be a little later. Might dip some wet sand. I might go and take a shower and then eat my ribs and go look around down there. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of got discouraged when this thing wouldn't start. I got a battery charge on it at 11 o'clock or something. But it was down a few weeks ago and it came out of it, but it didn't get some out of it. Pretty sure it's junk. If you're still down there later on, I'll be down there probably. All right, we'll see you. Bye. Yeah, Dale's headed to the car show. I'll be down there later. She's filthy. It's a little old Honda battery down in there. It's 4.6 liter fuel injected. Old drivetrains out of Grand Marquis. Four-wheel disc brake. Gets about 28 miles a gallon when you're cruising on the interstate. Holy crikey. I'm getting wore out. Getting more plumb out. I've been streaming for 3+ hours. It says I got 2 hours, 2+ hours left. I'm at 39%, and I've not plugged this little Chromebook in. Thank you, Kathy. That car was a lifelong dream. When I was a kid, we went to California and I saw some lowriders, and I ended up getting one of these in the 80s and then wrecked it. And then I bought another one that was not so nice. Bought it and chopped it. Four hours and 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I started to stream a little bit before I was thinking about the meat. I think the meat was about quarter till when it went on the grill. But then I built this thing, and then after it was done, I got painted in '96. Then after it was done, early 2000, the old motor 352 that was in it was wore out, so I put the Grand Marquis chassis up under it. Yeah, I think that's right, Brian. I started to stream, and then I was still lighting a smoker when I started to stream. Pretty sure the meat went on right at quarter till. I think I might give it up, though, and you'll take my shower, and that way once I eat, I can run down there and take some pictures and spectate at some cars. Because this girl ain't going tonight. Got the notification at 12:17. Yeah. Yeah, and then I remember I pulled the smoker out right after that and got it lit. And pretty sure the meat went on about quarter till. And the meat's been in the foil now about 30 minutes. Yeah, I get some pics and maybe some video and upload a little bit of the car show on here, make a video out of it or something. Take my other spare phone down there, and I got a photo editor on there. I can crop all that crap together. I appreciate everybody coming in, though. I think I'm going to give it up, clean up so I can eat and run right down there after I get done eating. And man, it's been wild streaming all day like this. There'll be anything there, Brian. There'll be a lot of cars I'll walk past, but there'll be a lot of cool cars there, I'm sure. I mean, if I've seen one Mustang, I've seen them all. Unless it's got some supercharger on it or something. Same with the Camaros. I probably got one close to this long before they changed the 1,000 sub rule. I think I used my my Android phone out here in the wintertime. That was 2 years ago. A year ago, January or something, I was 4 or 5 hours. But I like this Chromebook. That works pretty well. And I could plug it in. I think you can go 8 hours is what it said when I logged in there. You can go up to 8 hours on a Hangouts live YouTube video. It's pretty crazy. That's a whole shift. I may come back on here later tonight after I go up there. I'll definitely try to get some pictures and see what it looks like. See if I can get a video uploaded and share that with you. But again, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys have a great day. If I don't see you later, have a better tomorrow and all that good CB lingo. 88s and 66s and all the good CB numbers at you. Oh yeah, you could restart another one. Yeah. I might have another one tonight. I don't know. I figured some of the guys would be by today. Most of the time, Donnie comes by and he stands around, watches me work, and offers to help, but I won't let him. And Dale usually comes by, but that was who called. He's headed up to the car show now. I'm gonna go eat, take a shower. I'll probably be back on here later, or I'll check into one of your guys' stream if you're on. All right, over and out.